Welcome to ISL enabled virtual lab of CSIR.
Trees in a broken forest. Human use of land, villages, cities, roads, mines, etc. break large forests into smaller patches. This is called fragmentation. In fragments, many changes happen to how forests work. The non forest in between fragments acts as a barrier. Animals that eat fruits and move seeds disappear from fragments. Without dispersers, tree seeds do not move to new places. Do you think we can just pull a tree and plant it in some other place? We cannot. Many rot and die under the parents. In fragments, some tree species may gain an upper hand and others lose out. The first step towards a change in forests starts with some tree species not making enough seedlings. Without seedlings that live and grow, a species will disappear from a place. Over time, this will change the community of trees we find in a forest. What happens to the seedling of a tree species in a fragment depends on some inherent features called traits, like the size of seeds, thickness of leaves, depth of roots, rate of photosynthesis, and many more traits. Traits decide how a species will fare when the environment changes in fragments. Fragments, especially near the edges, have more light but less water. The environment can be warmer and drier than cool, moist conditions under the shaded canopy of intact forests. With more light, species that can photosynthesize and grow quickly do well. Usually, these species have thin leaves and light wood. Long term research shows that slow growing, shade tolerant species decrease in fragments. This might happen if more light helps fast growing species outcompete slow growing ones, or slow growth species may need cool, moist conditions. If more light also means dry conditions, then species adapted to moist understory will lose out. Whether seedlings tolerate drought depends on a combination of features: how deep the roots go, size and number of stomata, and vessels that move water, and how efficiently they use water. So, depending on the combination of environment and traits, the tree community of fragments will change as different generations of seedlings come up, survive, grow into bigger trees, and make their own seedlings. We still do not know all the reasons why the tree community changes in fragments. Maybe they cannot disperse well, or they are outcompeted by fast growing species, or they do not tolerate drought, or because they handle pests and pathogens differently. Different species will have different constraints. Science lets us peep into the future forests. The community and functional ecology, or the cafe lab. We want to understand the ecology of diversity. What makes a community diverse? Why are some species common but most species rare? Finally, we want to know how human activities change the mechanisms that maintain diversity.